Hi everyone, here is our demo for making our colorful circle dots. And after you've looked at those colorful circle dots in our slideshow, we are going to start making our own. We're going to use the primary and secondary colors. I have a whole bunch of paints here in my paint tray, and I'm going to paint them on a paper plate. You can use any circle that you want, but I'm going to use a paper plate. I'm going to start, just like Vashti in our story, by choosing a primary or secondary color to start my painting. And then I'm going to make a dot. My dot is in the middle of my paper plate. Let's see if I can make this just a little bit taller so you can see better. There we go. My dot is in the middle of my paper plate. Then I'm going to make sure to wash off my brush really well, and I'm going to get another color. I'm going to do another primary color, yellow. And if you don't have paints for this, you can do this with any other art making material you want. Now I'm going to make a circle around my dot. Look at where my yellow and my red overlap. You're starting to see orange, just like we mixed last week. Red and yellow make orange. Now I'm going to wash off my brush again, and I think I'm going to get my last primary color, blue. You can do these colors in any order you want. Now I'm going to make a smaller blue circle because I want my circle to be interesting, so it needs to have a variety of sizes of circles. Variety means that there's lots of different ones, so lots of different sizes of circles. Look at how much smaller and thinner this third circle is. I'm going to work on this just a little bit more and then I'll come back. I'm going to show you something really cool that's happening. As I'm painting, my yellow circle right before my red circle was still wet. And look at how my red is bleeding in, it's mixing into my yellow. That can be really cool. And sometimes the coolest things happen by accident. All right, so I am almost done. I'm going to put one more big circle of blue around the outside. And look at how I made the variety or the different sizes of circles. I have some that are really big, some that are really small, and I have all different sizes of circles. That's what's going to make our circles the most interesting instead of if our circles are all the same size. All right, I'm going to turn my circle around because it's easier to paint it that way. All right, can you find the primary and secondary colors that I used? I have red and blue and yellow, which are primary colors. I have purple and green, and then where my red and my yellow have mixed, I have orange, and those are my secondary colors. All right, I'm going to let my circle dry for just a minute, and then I'm going to go back in and do some details. Okay, so now that my circle is totally dry, I'm going to go in and do some details or make some different types of lines inside my circle. I'm using a small brush for this. I'm going to just use black. You can use a different color if you want, but I'm going to use black for mine. Think about the different types of lines that we looked at. I'm going to have my lines start in the middle, and I'm going to have a wavy line come out and kind of just dance along my circle. You can have yours do whatever you want. Now I think I'm going to put a zigzag line that runs all the way through. Maybe I'll put a few dotted lines. This is just to add a few details And remember, some variety or some different sizes. So I could do really really thin lines, or I could make really thick lines. Looks almost like footprints or tracks going through. I think I'm going to make another dotted line because I really like how that turned out. I'm going to keep working on this and then I will come back and see you in a minute. Alright, you can see I worked on my circle a little bit more. Can you find different types of lines? I was thinking about a spiral line here that turned into kind of just a wavy line. I have my other wavy line here. I put some more dotted lines in. Look at this other zigzag that I added. It's big and then it gets small and bigger again. I have another spiral and a tiny wavy line that went right there. I'm excited to see your dots.